And before I met her, she tainted me.
I wanted to get your assessment of how Nonito looked tonight.
Well, I think in the first couple of rounds, I think your cape had fallen off way too soon. He was a little bit cold. It took a while, and I knew it was going to take a little bit more to bring him out. As far as when we saw GABALLO actually starting to throw way off of his feet, he was missing. And that's what we wanted. I think with him being young, he was trigger happy, wanted to get those big shots off, but just little feints was getting him to throw combinations when he wasn't standing there anymore. We had worked the body a lot, sparring with Tomoki Kameda and Angela Leo, and that was something that if you were a fly on the wall in that gym, it was amazing sparring. And he lit up the body when we were sparring. So the game plan, there were certain things that weren't working that we thought was going to work. Yeah. GABALLO's corner really did a good job in evading his left hook. But that wasn't what we were really focusing on. We were really focusing on the body shots.
Yes, we did.
Do you like the idea of the move down to 115 at this stage in Nonito's career?
I mean, I think that he can do it. I've seen it. Again, he didn't weigh in at 117.9 or 118 on the dot. He weighed in at 117.2, and he was at 116 and then rehydrated. And he did that with the Inoue fight. So 1 pound, the way that he's healthy and the way that he cuts weight during fight week is the smartest way. I don't mess with it. He's done it for how many years, and I keep complete hands off of that side.
A question for both of you then. Do you guys feel that he's just too big, too strong for the guys at 115? And if he were to match up with a Roman or a Gallo or a Rungbasai, that your natural advantages would be too much for them when you match up with them?
Well, first, I don't think it's a natural. Huh? Well, first, let me just put this out there. I don't think that we're doing it because of a natural advantage. We're doing it because that was a division that he could not get that 115 title in. Mm-hmm. So we're not doing it for any other type of advantage for that. This is just for his legacy. That's what we're after now.
Nonito, you proved that there's still plenty left in the tank tonight. Is the main goal, the Inoue fight, or
the main
these
goal
other options that?
The main goal is definitely getting all the belts right here. And whoever stands in that way, with Richard's genius in making the fight happen, that's the goal, is becoming undisputed champion of the world.
Yeah, and I think what is important as well at this point, he has achieved so much. I mean, there's nothing. He's a sure shot first ballot Hall of Famer. So he's a 9-time world champion, 4 different weight classes. So 39 years old. So I think what we want to do as well, we want to go and do where he can make the most money as well. So let's so we're going to be open. We want to get the biggest challenges. We want to unify. That's clearly the goal. That's what he told me.
Nonito, what happens if you do become undisputed, like after?
Well, that's something that I haven't been yet. So therefore, it's just another thing to think about. I mean, this camp was just tremendous for us. I mean, it had a lot of balls thrown at us, right?
Yeah, this camp was not an easy camp, and he never makes anything easy for me. So
never.
That's not anything new. But Richard, this is the first time, so you might want to capture his reaction. But during camp, Nonito lost his tooth, his front tooth.
I was just biting on something and it came off.
And it broke.
Yes.
So that's one. So and we were like in between like sparrings and stuff. It wasn't at sparring, but. I had to find a dentist that was going to do it within 24 hours of temp and then get his permanent within 2 weeks because we were afraid of the mouthpiece. So
yeah, the mouthpiece issue was the biggest thing.
Watch for that footage because that's going to be fun to see him without a tooth.
And then
there was a COVID outbreak at the gym, and he got COVID. And within 3 days he burned it. We tested 8 times.
Yeah, and we test everybody too in the gym.
We test ever since
they would test everybody who comes in.
Everybody in the gym.
So that was one of our things.
With Clear Health Pass.
Yes,
it's down there.
We
partnered with Clear Health Pass because they're actually bringing affordable at-home testing that is not. You don't have to use anything up your nose. Because of these things, what we did in our camp after that exposure, him having to get testing positive on a consistent basis, we started questioning everybody that came in that gym, and we already had a closed gym. But when it came to the guys that he was sparring, because that's where you would get it, is the guys that are sparring.
So we test everybody.
We tested our
After
sparring
that,
partners
yeah.
every single time that they sparred, and that's the best way to catch COVID is because of the 3 to 4 days in between the testing twice a week.
There you go. So we have a lot of obstacles going into this fight, but you know, we made it happen. You know, nothing takes us down.
Nonito, did you feel different in the ring just after having COVID? Did you feel any effects?
Honestly, yeah, I did feel a little bit. You know, it was you know, it's like coming out from being sick. You know, you don't just get your lungs going, but it didn't take long. It took about a day or two sparring. I was back to normal. So, you know, I'm blessed with the health that I have, you know, just being healthy, eating healthy, that it didn't really affect me. You know, I know other people, it took them a long time to recover. But because, you know, this is my second time or, you know, having it. So, you know, you know, I'm just blessed that I'm always healthy, you know. And of course, other people don't have that ability to just take and burn the thing out of your system. But I did, and I did it twice. You know, the first one was 3 days. Both of them were 3 days, you know, that I got it out of my system. But, you know, again, everybody's not the same. Everybody's different in the way they are. But just being healthy is the key.
How's your tooth?
The tooth is good.
It's permanent.
It's permanent now. This one right here, the one to the right.
The ones who look new and shiny.
Yes, the one that looks shiny. You know what's funny? It happened too when I fought Montiel.
The night before Montiel, we were at Ruth Chris
that was
on
horrible.
Paradise at 11 o'clock at night. After he ate his steak, he bit into the Brad. And all of a sudden he's like cracked
The
up.
night before.
The night before, yeah.
So he actually had to go to...
I have to have temporary on that fight.
Guys, it's good luck charm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't break my teeth though.
I'm just curious. We were all freezing outside. Did you feel the cold?
No, I thought it was gonna be affected because that's why we brought that thing. She bought it, you know, the cape and all that stuff. But
I made
you
him
know,
wear it, but he didn't want to.
Yeah. No, you're right. Richard was wanting to wear it, but honestly, you know, it was difficult because I came in there. You know, there was a thought in my head, and that's why maybe kind of played in my head. That's why I kind of slowed down in the beginning. But it didn't really affect me at all. You know, I wasn't cold in there. You know, when the adrenaline starts kicking. And once I start to warm up, you know, with her and stuff like that, I mean, the mind can play tricks on us a lot of times. And when you start to think about it, you know, when I start to cool down and just refuse to listen to my thoughts, then that's when I started performing.
39 years young.
That's right, baby. More to come.
Great performance.
Nice hearing, by the way, Rachel.
Thank you.
Yes. So thank you guys so much, man. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.